Good morning, students. In the previous lecture of the hydrocarbon, we discussed about two main properties of the alkene. Among them, the first was addition of hydrogen. After that, addition of halogens. And the third one was addition of hydrogen halides. Means, if we have asymmetrical molecules, we discussed about first thing, that was a simple Markovnikov rule, and after that, anti-Markovnikov rule or Trash effect. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about some of the more chemical properties of alkenes. Among them, the first property is addition of sulfuric acid. Now we know what is sulfuric acid. It is H2SO4. But before we discuss the addition of sulfuric acid, these all reactions are addition reaction. Now what is addition reaction? It is simple that we have an unsaturated compound alkene. We are going to simply break a pi bond and going to add some groups on both of the targets. That is called addition reaction. Now, before we add sulfuric acid, we have to know the formula of the sulfuric acid. It is quite simple. A sulfur has 6 different bonds with the oxygens among them. One oxygen is with the double bond, another oxygen with the double bond, and 2 oxygen with the single bond. Both the oxygen contains hydrogen. So 2 oxygen with the double bond and 2 oxygens are weight with the sulfur. Now, addition reaction. So addition of sulfuric acid takes place at a low temperature, in a cold medium. In the sense, we have to maintain a temperature 0 degree Celsius. Now what happens here? Among here, this one electron will be obtained by the oxygen. H and O bond will be broken and one electron will be on the oxygen. Now, ethene is symmetrical molecule, so we do not have to go with the Markovnikov. Okay, it is symmetrical. So does not matter which carbon contains the electron. Suppose this carbon gets the electron. So this carbon will be negative, this carbon will be positive. And this carbon, the negative carbon will get the hydrogen, H plus. So CH2 plus hydrogen gives me CH3. Pi bond is broken. So single bond, CH2. And CH2 combined with the oxygen, because this carbon is plus and this oxygen is negative. So CH2 with oxygen. So O, SO2, NOH, according to your text. Molecular formula will be C2H5, HSO4. So C2H5 will be pi, hydrogen, sulfate. We simply get the pi hydrogen. Now, what if we have asymmetrical molecule, means propane, ethene and propane. In the propane, we have to follow the Markovnikov rule. So, what will be the Markovnikov rule? A lesser hydrogen containing carbon gets the negative part. So, here, one electron will be on the oxygen. And this one electron of the pi bond will be on the carbon of the first, because secondary carbon cation is more stable. So this carbon becomes positive, this carbon becomes negative, and negative carbon gets the hydrogen. So CH3, single bond CH, CH gets the negative part, so O, SO2, NOH, and CH2 gets the hydrogen. So single bond CH3. Now, what will be the molecular formula? 1, 2, 3 carbon, C3, H7, and hydrogen sulfate. These two compounds are highly acidic. Remember that these two compounds are highly acidic. So, in this particular reaction, H plus is our electrophile and HSO minus is our nucleophile. So, this reaction is called electrophilic addition reaction. Because of the pi bond, this reaction occurs. That's why it is called electrophilic addition reaction. Not the substitution, it is addition. Now let's talk about one another addition reaction. That is addition reaction of water, which is simply called hydration. It is totally opposite of the dehydration. In the dehydration, we have eliminated water. In hydration, we have added water. So suppose we have 2-methyl propene. It is a symmetrical molecule. So in the asymmetrical molecule, pi bond electron will be on the first carbon because this carbon is tertiary carbon and tertiary carbon gets the positive charge. Why? Because tertiary carbon gets more. Now let's talk about H2. Suppose this is H2O, then this bond electron will be on the oxygen. This carbon gets the hydrogen. So CH3 will be there, CH3 and OH negative part will be on the tertiary carbon. That's why second carbon gets the OH. So 2-methyl propene converts into 2-methyl propane to OH. What if we have symmetrical molecule? Suppose we have CH2 double bond CH2. Okay. Then it will be quite simple because pi bond is broken and OH will be on the one carbon, H will be on the second carbon. So CH3, CH2, OH. Ethanol will be the answer. Suppose we have propene, then CH3, CH, double bond CH2. Now this is a symmetrical molecule. What happens in the asymmetrical molecule? The lesser hydrogen containing carbon gets the negative parts. So it will be on the CH. So CH3, CHOH, and CH3. Hydrogen will be on the first. So this is propane to all. Secondary product will be there. This reaction occurs in the presence of acidic medium. So we have to add some drops of sulfuric acid. That was some hydration reaction. Remember that when we have a chemical molecule, we have to follow the Markovnikov rule. Lesser hydrogen containing carbon gets the negative part. Nucleophile will be on the less hydrogen containing carbon. Okay. Now, our next topic is oxidation reaction. First of all, there are two types of oxidizing agent. The first oxidizing agent is mild oxidizing agent. Means they give only alcohol. Mild oxidizing agent. And another type of oxidizing agent is strong oxidizing agent. That's why two categories are there. One is weak oxidation and one is strong oxidation. Weak oxidation, strong oxidation. Okay. Let's discuss the weak oxidation. It is called Bayer test. Weak oxidation is known as a Bayer test. What is Bayer test? This test is used for specification of unsaturation in the compound. That means if your compound has double bond or triple bond, then this test will be useful. This test provides us the useful information. Okay? So test for unsaturation, also known as a Bayer test. What will be the Bayer reagent? neutral dilute KMnO4, or you can say basic dilute KMnO4. This reaction occurs in the cold medium. Remember that's why 273 Kelvin, 0 degree Celsius temperature will be required. 273 Kelvin temperature. Remember the temperature. Okay. Now let's discuss about the test of unsaturation. For the test of unsaturation, we should have unsaturated compound. Here we have alkene. Okay, ethene and propene. What happens? I told you already. Weak oxidation reaction gives us alcohol. So only a pi bond will be broken. Only pi bond will be broken, and both the carbon will get OH. So two oxygen, two hydrogen are required. H2O. This newborn oxygen is provided by KMnO4. Newborn oxygen is provided by KMnO4. Potassium permanganate. Dilute neutral potassium permanganate or basic potassium permanganate. What happens? Pi bond is broken and both the carbon gets the OH. Okay, so if we have ethene, pi bond is broken and both carbon have one OH. That's why it is known as ethane 1,2-diol. Ethane 1,2-diol. Remember the common name, it is most timely for you. Ethane 1,2-diol is also known as a glycol. Ethane 1,2-diol has a common name, glycol. Remember the common name of ethane 1,2-diol, glycol. It is important for 1 mark question of your GE purpose. Suppose we have propene. Here we have ethene. Now suppose we have propene. Same reaction occurs. Pi bond is broken and both the carbon gets the OH. Pi bond is broken, so pi bond will be disappear and both carbon have OH. It will give me propane 1,2-diol. Okay, that was my oxidizing reaction, dilute KMnO4, or you can say weak oxidizing reaction. Now let's talk about the strong oxidizing reaction. Instead of neutral KMnO4, now we have acidic KMnO4, acidic potassium permanganate, or you can use acidic potassium dichromate, K2Cl2O6. Okay, this reaction have two different bases. On the first type, we have symmetrical compound. Symmetrical compound means suppose butene, or instead of butene, we can use ethene also, CH2 double bond CH2. What happens over here? If we have symmetrical compound, a double bond will disappear. A carbon-carbon double bond will be completely broken. Okay, in the mild reaction, only pi bond was broken. In a strong condition, gold double bond is broken. Both the bond will be broken. So we have two different pieces. If both pieces are equal, it will be converted into carboxylic acid, C-double-H. Listen carefully. If both pieces are equal, it will give me carboxylic acid. So we have two carbon in the one piece. That's why we have ethanoic acid. Suppose we have one carbon in the piece. Oxidation reaction occurs. What happens? If these both bonds have been broken, one carbon in the piece, so we will get NC-double-OH, in the sense ethanoic acid. Suppose we have HCl, then we will get propanoic acid. That was a symmetrical compound. Both the sides have same number of carbon. What if it is asymmetrical compound? Over here. Look at this. If we break this double bond, one side have one carbon, another side have three carbon, because we have two methyl propene. It is simple. Lesser carbon will be converted into carbon dioxide. Listen carefully. Lesser carbon will be converted into carbon dioxide. So CH2 will be converted into CO2 and 2 hydrogen converts into H2. Whole oxidation. CH2 converts into carbon dioxide and the two remaining hydrogen will give the get the one more oxygen will get converted into H. And two bonds are left on this side. So double bonded oxygen will be there. So CH3CO, CH3, CH3CO, CH. It will give me ketone. If S identical compound is there, then I will get the ketone. And if symmetrical compound is there, it will give me carboxylic acid. Let's take another example. Here we had two methyl propane. What if we have only propane? CH3, CH, double bond, CH2. What if we have only propane? This double bond will be broken at a whole connection. Lesser carbon is converted into carbon dioxide. And hydrogen will be converted into H2O. This carbon have two bond left. We get double bonded oxygen, so it will be converted into CHO. Carbon double bond oxygen on the first carbon, it is called aldehyde. And carbon double bond oxygen in the middle carbon, ketone. So if we have asymmetrical compound, then we get aldehyde or ketone. Or if we have symmetrical compound, we will get carboxylic acid. That was in the presence of oxidizing agent, acidic potassium permanganate, or you can say acidic potassium dioxide. Their test useful for the test of unsaturation because it will remove the violet color, or you can say pink color of the aerosol disappears because of the unsaturation. Okay, so that was the oxidation. Now, the most important thing in this whole chapter, it is ozonolysis. P marker most anti-question from this text to this chapter. Ozonolysis of alkene compound. Ozonolysis takes place in the two steps. Ozonolysis takes place in the two steps. I have not written the reaction because I am going to explain that for the ozonolysis you will require the ozone, and here we have propene. We have propene CH3 CH double bond CH2. Okay, so propene reacts with the ozone. Propene reacts with the ozone. It is simple. First of all, write down the oxygens in a triangle form. Write down the oxygen in the triangle. Okay. The base oxygen we get a single bond. Now, break this bond. Ozonolysis will break both the bonds. So one part will be CH2 and one part will be CH3CH. So CH2 here and CH3 over here. Understood? Okay. Now, in the presence of Zn and water, in the presence of zinc and water, oxidation takes place. Which type of oxidation? These two two bond will be broken. Carbon oxygen bond will be broken and oxygen bond will be broken. So this oxygen will be getting a bond with carbon because carbon has less bond and oxygen has less. That's why it will give me CH3 CH double bond O. And here HC double bond OH. It is methanol and this is methanol. Acetaldehyde and formaldehyde. Okay. What if we have 2-methyl propene? What if we have 2-methyl propene? It is quite simple and easy. Let's draw the ozone. As I told you, in a triangular form. Okay, baseline. Break this one. One piece will be on the left side and one piece on the right side. So carbon will to CH. Okay, so that was the compound that is formed by the ozone. Now the middle compound that is formed over here is known as the ozonoid. We had propene, that's why this is known as a propene ozonoid. Here we had 2-methyl propene, so that's why it is known as a 2-methyl propene ozonoid. Okay. The next step which is common zinc in the presence of H2O. Okay. These two bond breaks and these two bond breaks. So here we have CH3C CH3 and this carbon gets the double bonded oxygen. And over here HC double bond O. So we have propane to all and methanol, or you can say formaldehyde. So that was the ozonolysis. Likewise, we can do ozonolysis in many more alkene compounds. And this topic is most important for you guys. 3-marker question is there of the ozonolysis, as well as some of the numericals are there in the exercise that we will discuss whenever we are going to solve the exercise. So that was all about the ozonolysis. Now let's talk about the polymerization, the last chemical property of the alkene. Polymerization of alkene. For the polymerization, we have to know some of the fundamental words like monomer. A single molecule which undergoes the polymerization is known as a monomer. So we have two different monomers over here, ethene and propene. Ethene is our monomer and propene is our monomer. So this is our monomer. First monomer, second monomer, third monomer. Suppose two ethene combines, it will give me dimer. If 3 ethene combines, it will give me trimer. 4 combines, tetramer. If more than 4 ethene combines, for that we will use word poly, which will give me polyethene. What happens? So pi bond is broken in the whole compound. Suppose we have 50 different ethene molecules, 50 molecules of ethene, and all the molecules have pi bond. Okay, 50 pi bond will be broken at the same time. That's why a very high temperature and pressure will be required in the presence of catalyst. Okay, which catalyst? That will be different for different type of polymers. In the polyethylene, there are two types of polyethylenes: high density polyethylene and low density polyethylene. We will discuss about this in the 12th because we have a whole chapter on it. a polymer node chapter. In the polymer, same thing occurs. All the all the molecules will be broken and a chain-like structure is formed. Now, what will be repeating? CH2, CH2 combines with another carbon, CH2, CH2 combines with another carbon, CH2, CH2. Like this 50 carbon chain, 50 ethene molecule is combined with each other with 100 carbon and a macromolecule is formed, and that is called polyethylene. What will be repeated continuously? CH2, CH2. That's why both the bonds are open. N times CH2, CH2 will be repeated. This is called repeating unit, and this is called degree of polymerization. Okay. Same thing occurs in the polypropylene also. CH double bond CH2, pi bond is broken. Every single CH will get CH. Only a difference here CH2 is there, here CH is there. N times this CH3, CH2 will be repeated and it will give me polypropylene. This is called addition polymerization because we have added molecules. Okay. Now let's talk about the uses of polymerization. First of all, polythene. Polythene are used to prepare or manufacture plastic bags, squeeze bottle. What is squeeze bottle? Bottle of drinking water. For example, Bisleri bottle, a low quality bottle. Okay. After that, refrigerator dishes. A dish is present in the refrigerator are also made up of polythene. Toys, pipes, radio and TV cabinets, boxes of TV and radio. These all things are made up of polythene. Remember that there are two types of polythenes, high density polythene and low density polythene. So some of the toys are soft and it is squeezable, then it is low density polymer. And if it is hard, it is high density polymer. Now let's talk about polypropylene. A milk crates. Okay, you have seen the blue crates in the Amul dairy for the milk. That crates are made up of polypropylene. Then plastic buckets, bathtubs. You have buckets in the bathroom. That buckets are made up of a very good plastic. That plastic is polypropylene. After that, other molded articles. Okay, what is the molded articles? Suppose we got a article of Krishna, Lord Krishna. Okay, for that particular doll, idol, we have to first of all create a mold of that idol. In that mold, we are going to add a liquid plastic or liquid polypropylene, and after the cooling down, we will get a particular shape of it. So that type of molded articles are made up of polypropylene. So in this lecture, we discussed about addition of sulfuric acid, addition of water, oxidation, ozonolysis and polymerization, and many more different chemical properties are available in the ethene, but that will be a topic of JEE and NEET. Whenever we are going to start the lectures of JEE and NEET, we are going to discuss about the more remaining properties of ethene, or you can say alkene. There are many more types of oxidations are available. There is a detailed concept of ozonolysis available in there, and many different addition reactions are also available in the JEE NEET course. So that will be a topic for that session. Okay. Here we have completed our second compound, that is called alkene. In the next lecture, we are going to discuss about the alkyne. Again, remember the ozonolysis because this concept is very much useful and a common name of glycine. This is 2-marker question, this is 3-marker question. Ball oxidation is 3-marker and a bare text is 2-marker. Ozonolysis is also a 3-marker question. Okay. So remember these particular topics. This is useful for you guys, and thank you so much. That will be all for the today's lecture.